In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to embellish your knits using what I call highlighted ladders. It's almost like working a whip stitch up the ladders behind a stockinette column. You can see I've got an unworked column of stockinette stitches here. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit and show you how to work these stitches. So I've threaded my contrast color yarn onto a tapestry needle, and I always find using a tapestry needle with the bent tip on it works a little bit easier for picking up the stitches. We're going to start at the end in the direction our stitches were knit. So I guess I should say I've zoomed in a little bit, and you can see this column of knit stitches here. We want to start at the very bottom stitch, and we're going to come up from the back. So we'll get that in frame here, and we're going to come up from the back into that very bottom stitch, and we're going to pull our working yarn through, leaving a tail for weaving in. Everybody has a difference of opinion on how long that should be. I don't know, 4 or 5 inches, whatever you feel most comfortable with. So now what we're going to do, and I'm going to try and zoom in really closely here, is if you pull your stitches apart, you can see there's what we call ladders between the stitches. That's these bars here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the way that this works is we're working into every other stitch by going over the top and into a stitch 2 up from where your working yarn came out. And you'll see here that when I pick that up, there's 2 bars. You want to just go under the top of the 2 bars and pull your yarn through. You want to make sure that your tail is to the left, and you're going to pull your yarn through. You don't want to pull too tight because you still need there to be some flexibility in your stitches. Next, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up 2 stitches. So we came out of this stitch, so we're going to count 1, 2. We're going to stick the tip of our needle in, and again we're going to count those 2 bars. You can see I've got the lower and the upper. We're going to drop the lower and just grab the top one and pull our needle through again. So you're just creating loops over loops by alternating your stitches or alternating which bars you grab. I'll show you that one more time. We've come out of this stitch here, so we're going to count 1, 2. Grab that top bar that runs in behind that second stitch. Remember, we've got 1 and 2. We just want to grab the top one, and we're going to pull our yarn through. You want to make sure that you're constantly coming in on the same, or pulling your yarn through on the same side so that your stitches stack up nicely. And you're just going to work in this pattern all the way up to the top of the column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my column, and I'm going to show you, whoops, where'd those stitches go? There we go. I'm going to finish this entire column, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to finish off your final loop. Okay, so here I am. I've got just a few stitches left to work. I'm going to go up my 2 stitches, pick up that bar from back to front, and pull my yarn through. And you can see now that I've completed that, I've just got 2 stitches left before I get into my lace work. So I'm going to pick up that bar behind that last stitch, pull the needle through one last time, and then to finish off and get my working yarn into the back, I'm simply going to go through that same stitch that we just pulled our working yarn through, so the one that's adjacent to the lace work, and we're just going to pull our working yarn through to the back. And then I can take the yarn off the needle if I want, or you can weave in immediately. I tend to leave all of my tails till the very end. But now I can turn my work to the wrong side, and I've got this great little column here that I can just, when I want to weave in my ends, I can just go under these white stitches and weave in my tails underneath that. So there you go. That's how we work our embroidered columns. I hope you'll use it to either embellish a shawl or a sweater, or just have fun with it. Thanks for watching, and happy knitting!